What you doing, other nerds? I'm the AC, and this week I finally was able to watch the third season of the Runaways. And I realized I pretty much forgot everything that happened the last couple seasons, and I didn't bother to refresh myself. So, where do we pick up? We pick back up with Chase, Carolina, and Janet in the algorithm. And if you watch, you know eventually Janet becomes part of the algorithm, or like some kind of digital person, whatever. And like, there was really no reason for her to do that. She's like, oh, it's the only way. Open the door for you, but I have to hold it, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no. Like, I don't think you did. Because, like, Alex was on the outside helping them do that. But maybe it's because she just wanted to stay there and didn't want to have to put up with being on the outside. Maybe she always dreamed of being a digital woman trapped in a computer. Who knows? People have their things. Later, we see Gert was taken by Dell, which I forgot about that too. But, finally, you get to see Gert training with Old Lace a little bit. And this is just very briefly. And there's really not any more development on that from that. So, the first half of this season is pretty much them trying to deal with the aliens, and then the second half is the magic. The thing is, while fighting the aliens, Nico does some spell that sends them to like the dark dimension or whatever, and the parents get separated from the aliens, but it doesn't go into like what happens to the aliens after that. It's kind of just like they completely forgot. Did they die, disappear, go somewhere else? Are they meant to just suddenly be forgotten? They don't. I don't know. Maybe I missed it, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. They just were suddenly not there. Maybe they never really separated to begin with. Maybe that's something they thought they would go back to and just never did. But yeah, now the whole focus switches to Morgan and bringing the dark dimension and mixing it with the actual reality and how things work. But they finally get out of the dark dimension. They had to leave Alex behind. So then, coincidentally, this is where Cloak and Dagger, Tyrone and Tandy come in for their little cameo. And like, I get when they decided this. I guess they didn't realize the shows were going to get canceled. So this was just going to be a cameo. But, like, throughout, I felt like they fit in with the rest of the Runaways fine. And they were like, well, especially Tyrone's like, we should go and help people if we can, blah, blah, blah. And they do. They go to the dark dimension. They get Alex back out. Then they kind of just leave. And it's like, okay, yeah, you solved one problem. There's still this other overlaying problem that you need to figure out and deal with. And it's like, okay, I guess that's it. I guess you thought you were going to do something else. And they didn't really give a reason as to why they left. Like, no important reason. Like, they could have stayed and helped. They didn't. I don't know what. There's a lot of questions I had while watching this season. None of them really get answered. But moving right along, more stuff happens, and then you get to the finale. They beat Morgan, Gert dies, and then you have the finale episode. And it's a time travel episode, and these always go weird, I think. As far as how it goes in this episode, Chase is somehow the one to figure out time travel. And then I realized I completely forgot about future Chase. I don't know what happened. And he kind of shows up near the beginning of the series, and then that's it. So, but then, yeah, he figures out time travel with Alex's help. He goes back, attends thinking to save Gert, but it was actually because Alex becomes, thirsting for revenge because somebody tried to kill him, even though it never really showed why. Of course, the whole time, Chase is like, don't interact with yourselves. We need to make sure everything goes exactly how it did because they won. And it makes sense. I was like, yeah, that's what it should be like. And then just like, we should have done it. Make sure everything goes exactly the plan. It just, I don't know, put a little cover on the chandelier or something. So if Gert gets hit, she doesn't die. That's not what they did. They interfered a whole lot. I do like how everyone disappears though, because that means that the future changed. Instead of there being like, oh, there's alternate timelines now and blah blah blah, because that kind of gets weird. And I would much rather prefer the new future get overwritten with something else. But yeah, in the end, I felt like the whole time travel thing was pointless. The only thing that would make it not pointless is, that little slip out of note Alex finds at the end. If everything that happened still kind of happens, just to show like it didn't matter what they changed, there was still someone who was going to still be involved with pride, like they say, and still try to kill Alex. And that way, in the future, stuff will still play out. There'll still be this drama. It was nice to see the future of the characters, even though the future is most likely changed. But yeah, I don't know. Time travel episodes like this are kind of pointless. There's not many I've seen that I've really enjoyed. I'm not crazy about time travel stuff in general, but whatever. But that's a very vague, very quick run through of the main points I was thinking about when I saw them. But there's a couple other points. One, on a completely unserious note, the boob game in this season was so strong. It's like almost any time a woman wore a dress, it was this like deep B that like, very well done showing off of the boobs. And like, I'm not complaining, but it's like, did they intentionally make all these dresses just to show them off? I was like, I'm fine with it. You women look fantastic. But I don't know, it seems so intentional because of how often it happened. I don't know. It popped up in my mind. I was like, I'm going to mention that. But the part I thought was even more humorous, and a part I really wish they would elaborate on more, is when they're in the alien abduction anonymous group. There's a guy talking about how he and his cow got abducted and how they respected the cow more than him. That was my favorite part of this whole season, whole series probably. One of my favorite moments in general to just watch in any show. I don't know. I thought it was funny. I really want to know more about him and his cow and that whole experience. But I don't know. What did you think? I kind of rambled on a little bit without actually saying a whole lot. But have you seen the newest season of The Runaways? Did you enjoy it? Did you kind of have the same thoughts I did? Did you have a lot of thoughts about a lot of other stuff that's in the show? Like I said, there's a whole lot in the show I could have talked about, but didn't. Because otherwise this would be a really long video. And I don't need to do that again. Unless there was a podcast I could talk about. But a one-person podcast isn't that entertaining. But anyways, I'm DAC. Thank you for watching. Bye.